sports leader, 97.9 XFM. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 6th day of the 83rd Annual National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont. And this is the final day, and this is the most fun day because we find out who gets to take home some hardware, and eventually, about 7:30 tonight, we'll get underway with the process of deciding who's going to be the conference tournament champions. I'm Greg Sapp, Matt Robinson alongside BD back at the studios, and we're glad to have you with us. This is what I've called the 7th place game, and nobody else told me any different, so I have christened it the 7th place game, as we have a battle between two teams that just played Monday night here. And I checked with Kurt Becker, and he confirmed, yes, indeed, this is the first time this has ever happened, that two teams played each other twice in the same tournament. The Cowden, Herrick, Beecher City, and North Clay played each other back on Monday night. In the one game we had that night, North Clay won that one rather impressively. We'll see what happens in the rematch today. It's a battle of the Bobcats and the Cardinals here to get things started. That'll be followed by the consolation championship game between two neighbors, Altamont and St. Elmo Brownstown. And then we'll have the third place game between Neoga and Windsor's Two Straws. Championship game then tonight at 7:30 as St. Anthony takes on Dietrich, and I just think that's going to be a heck of a ball game. So, going to have some fun here today. And I get to talk to the coach of the regional winning Altamont Lutheran basketball team, Mr. Matt Robinson.
Well, thank you. I am not the head coach. Jordan Nelson is definitely the head coach, and he does a great job with the team, and I help him out along with Eric Long, but the boys played well for the final three quarters in the overtime, and we got the win.
Yeah, you got them overconfident in that first quarter.
Oh, okay.
And then you posted the win, so it's on to sectionals for ALIS this next week, and best of success to them. So Matt, in between coaching stints, is back here to help us with the coverage this afternoon, and I guess a little bit of this morning too, and then tonight. It's a long day, but it's a fun day here at Altamont. We have a lot to talk about. Let's take a break. More pregame show information on the way in 90 seconds here on 97.9 XFM.
And over to the left, there's some folks here from Cowden, Herrick, Beecher City as well, starting to fill up their side. So that's very nice to see. And Altamont, being the home team, usually brings a good game good crowd when they're in the afternoon activities. So we'll see how that all turns out as well.
Exactly so. So 8 teams left. We're going to find out who gets what over the course of the day. Matt will have starting lineups for you on Game 1 when we're back in 90 seconds here from the NTC Tournament at Altamont on 97.9 XFM. Anthem, and then we'll have the introduction of the teams to the crowd here today. I want to quickly mention that in addition to broadcast coverage here on the radio, you can again see live video and audio streaming of all 4 games today, courtesy of 979xfm.com, and Zach has everything ready to go. Now, let's send it down to the floor as we honor America with our national anthem. Dance team members right down here below us shared the national anthem, and we're just about ready for basketball action. So again, all 4 games will be live streamed, audio and video, so an opportunity to remind you of that. And thanks again to everybody here at Altamont for their great hospitality. They treat us very well, and we certainly appreciate it. So thanks so much to them for their hospitality again this year. Matt has a look at starting lineups for this here ball game.
All right, well, let's take a look at those. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, that'll be the CHBC Bobcats, coached by Mark Bain. They're 4-15 on the season. They will start a familiar 5 this week. Dylan Webster, the 6-foot junior, gets the call. He wears number 4. He'll be joined out there by Keegan Martin, a 6-foot junior as well, wearing number 22 for the Bobcats. At a forward spot, it's Marshall Noren. Noren, a 5'10 senior, number 30. will be joined by Dylan Turner. Turner, a 5'9" sophomore, number 5, will also play out on the perimeter quite a bit. And the man in the middle is 6'6" junior Nick Miller. Miller wears number 50 for the Bobcats. For the North Clay Cardinals under Coach Josh Zink, they are 7-14 on the season. They will start Alan Reinhardt at a guard spot. He's a 5'9" junior wearing number 24. He'll be joined out there by Quincy Aldridge. Aldridge, a 5'9" senior, is number 23. Another guard spot, Reese Blank, kind of playing a small forward, I guess. He's a 6' senior, number 30. He's joined at a forward spot by Bryce Holkenbrink, a 6'1" senior, number 5. And in the middle, it's Caden Turner. I asked Coach Zink, I said, in the program it says Turner's 5'9". Did he grow a lot, or is that a misprint? He goes, he's 6 foot. So Caden Turner, a 6 foot junior, will play the post, and he's very active inside for the Cardinals. So that's a look at your lineups as we get set for action here at the 83rd Annual National Trail Conference Tournament.
It's Mr. Lighty, and Mr. Meinhardt, our officials for this morning's first game, Johnny and Don, and we appreciate them. We see them all over the place, and Joe, they call a lot of ball games.
Yeah, they're the third team, kind of the unsung team in this ball game here, and you know, we have a second here. I'd just like to say thanks to all the high school officials. I mean, they come out night after night and do a good job of officiating these basketball games. And I know there's nights where you disagree with the calls or whatever. But, hey, if these guys didn't show up, it'd be awfully hard to play a ball game. And for the most part, we've got really good officials in our area, and we appreciate them very much. There are some parts of the state of Illinois that are having to cancel lower-level games, frost-off games, junior high games, because they can't find enough officials. How about that? So the next time you're wanting to rip somebody, consider that. They're not perfect. They never claim to be, but they're doing the best they can to give us the best game that they can and allow the kids to determine who wins and loses the contest. They're good folks, and vast majority of them are here for all the right reasons. Oh, yeah. Well, the teams are getting lined up around the center circle. It's going to be Don Lighty that'll toss the ball in the air as Nick Miller's going to jump it up against Caden Turner. And the toss is in the air, and it is controlled by Holkenbrink, who races after it. He brings it down to the left baseline, stops, pops, little leaner is short. Rebound tipped up and in by Caden Turner. And our first 2 points of the ball game belong to the North Clay Cardinals. Caden Turner has 2 more points than he had last night. He just had a tough night. There's a nice entry pass as they found Noren inside, and Marshall Noren kisses it in from the left side, tying the game at 2. Right back at you is North Clay as Turner drives the lane off a little pass, and it's one pass and another layup as this game's off to a pretty quick start, Greg. You're rolling. 4-2, North Clay with the lead. They apply some pressure in the half court. Getting away from it, though, is Dylan Turner, who drives in the lane. Shot's no good, and Caden Turner grabs the rebound for the Cardinals. He hands it off to Blank. Yes. Hands it off to Blank, who gets it to Reinhardt, who sets it up from the center circle. Working against the man-to-man of the Bobcats. They go underneath the Holkenbrink. One move on the baseline. Shot is up and good. So Bryce Holkenbrink makes it 6-2, and we're not even a minute 10 into the ball game. Ball is moved around the perimeter. Nick Miller has it now for CHBC. He tries to drive in the lane from the top of the key. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Turner. It'll stay with the Bobcats under the basket. Bobcats, Noren, looking. Has to lob it out top, and Turner goes up high, or Miller goes up high to get it. Leaves it with Martin. Keegan drives, looks in the corner. 3 on the way. High arcing shot is up and in for Dylan Turner as he buries the corner 3. Nice opening over there. Took his time. He's getting more and more active in the offense. Just a sophomore, but Mark likes what he can do for him. 6.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. 6-5 the score. Working the ball around the perimeter is the Cardinals. There's a cutter in the lane. It's Turner again. Flips up a shot. This hits off the heel of the rim. No good. Rebound, Nick Miller. Outlet to Noren. Noren taps his head. I think that might have been a cue for Dylan Webster to go back door. He did, and he scored. It worked. Right back at you, though, are the Cardinals. Reese Blank drives at the length of the court. Shot's no good. We've got a foul on the rebound, and apparently it's against the Cardinals. First foul of the ball game, and it's on number 5.
Thank you for that one big hand there. Bryce Holkenbrink picks up his first foul, and the first foul of anybody.
So CHBC will bring the ball up court. They're enjoying their first lead of the ball game of 7-6. Keegan Martin brings it over to the left side, now back out to the top of the key. Bounces at high post for Miller, who tried to go back door. The pass was tipped and intercepted. Holkenbrink with an outlet got it ahead to Reinhardt, and Alan Reinhardt sticks the layup up and in, and the Cardinals take the lead back 8-7. Noren brings it to the right side, working it over to Miller. Nick Miller holding it on the perimeter out high. Leaves it top of the key with Dylan Turner. He drives to the right baseline. Ball is knocked loose. It's touched last by North Clay. It'll stay with the Bobcats. Checking into the ball game for the first time is Trey Smith, a 5'11 junior. He replaces Nick Miller. Now on the inbound attempt, we've got a hold whistled against one of the Cardinals.
Their second foul. Foul goes against Aldridge, Quincy's first.
So again, the Bobcats try to work the inbounds. They wanted to go to Keegan Martin, but he had it poked away from behind by Reinhardt. Otherwise, they were looking at another layup opportunity.
There's no time to get any kind of new thing woven into your offense or defensive strategy in a situation like this where you're playing all week, and especially since you just played each other Monday. So it's going to come down to a matter of execution today.
Dylan Webster just got called for an offensive foul as he shoved off trying to get open on the inbound. So North Clay takes the turnover, pushes it up court to Aldridge. His shot rolls off, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Noren. It'll stay with North Clay.
Always the black chair seats. There's always people on the black chair seats, and you always look every year to make sure everybody's here.
Yeah, it's like church. You know?
Yeah. Make sure somebody's in their pew.
Here's an inbound attempt for Holkenbrink, and I say an attempt because he got knocked down from behind, so the fouls are starting to mount up now.
Just all of a sudden, Keegan Martin got that one, so 2 fouls apiece for these teams.
Alan Reinhardt trying to trigger the inbounds, finds Reese Blank. Blank can't shake free from the defender Trey Smith, so he sends it back out top to Reinhardt. Again to Blank, now to Holkenbrink, top of the key. They work it to Reinhardt, left wing, needs help, fires it out top. Aldridge is going to load up with top of the key three, no good. It's short. He got his own rebound, drives in for a layup. It's missed. Blank grabs this rebound. It's tussled for and finally controlled by North Clay as Blank got it safely, eventually, to Reinhardt.
Both been on this end a long time.
Blank handling out on the perimeter, looks for Turner. Turner's trying to hit Aldridge as he cuts through the lane. Pass is tipped and taken away. Pushing it up court is the Bobcats. They got it to Marshall Noren, and Noren sticks it up and in, and they take the lead back 9-8. Here comes North Clay right back at you, and Quincy Aldridge went up amongst 2 or 3 Bobcats, and he got fouled on his shot attempt under the basket.
Yes, he did. Foul's called on Dylan Webster, so he's picked up a couple, and the kid who probably is the most consistent scorer for the Bobcats with 2 fouls here in a half quarter.
So 4:29 to play here in the first quarter. They're talking with Coach Bain just a little bit.
Mark wasn't sure that it was on Webster.
There was a couple of candidates down there, that's for sure.
So that's 2 quick ones on Webster, and Mark's going to, well, I guess he's got Miller ready to report in.
Free throw from Aldridge, left short. So Miller does come in to replace Webster, so that'll shift the lineup around a little bit with the big guy returning for a perimeter player. Meanwhile, Aldridge takes a couple dribbles, puts this free throw up, and he ties the ball game up at 9 with 4:29 to play in the first quarter. Bringing it up court against some pressure on the Bobcats. They get it in the lane to Noren. Might have took an extra step, put it on the floor, shot no good off the glass. Rebound, though, Nick Miller puts it up and in.
Good thing he got in there.
North Clay trailing all of a sudden by 2 with 4:10 to play in the first quarter. Has it out top with Reinhardt. Reinhardt leaves it with Holkenbrink to Aldridge. Aldridge on the left wing gets it to Holkenbrink between the rings. Now over out on the perimeter to Turner. Turner to Blank left side. Blank right side Aldridge down to Turner. Turner squares up. 16-footer is a little strong, but he got his own rebound, got bumped as he made his way along the baseline, and there's a foul.
Miller probably. I think he was the one in the neighborhood. Yep. His first. That's 4 now on the Bobcats.
Ethan Bible comes flying onto the court. He's going to get some time here. The 5'8 freshman replaces Alan Reinhardt. He was hustling.
Yeah, it's always a good time for the Bible.
Bible fires the inbounds to Blank. Blank along two, no good. Rebound tipped by Aldridge, controlled by Turner, and Turner puts it up and in.
Turner's got 6. He didn't score in the game they played Thursday night.
There's that half-court trap again from Louisville, but the Bobcats solve it, and they get it to Noren, and Noren drives in for another left-handed layup. He has 6, and it's back to a 2-point lead for the Bobcats. 13-11 the score with 3:18 on the clock as the Cardinals work it around the perimeter. Blank has it right wing. They get it to Turner. Turner drives, shot up, got it to go.
Winged just the right way. There's a lot of contact as he put that shot up, and nothing called.
Guess the officials thought he gave as much as he got there. It's 13-13 with 3 minutes to play, and there's a steal down in the corner. Bible comes out of there with it. He's blasted it up court, brings it to the top of the key, and Dow directs some traffic. Takes it to the right side, leaves it with Holkenbrink, who drives the baseline, now sweeps into the lane, puts up a shot. It's no good because he's fouled, and Noren and Miller were both there. We'll see who they go with.
A lot of fouls here early for the Bobcats. They call it on Trey Smith. That's his first. That's 5 fouls on them already here in the first quarter.
I guess Smith was there too.
I guess.
Holkenbrink's free throw is nothing but net. Bryce has his 3rd point of the ball game, and we see a couple of substitutions now for the Bobcats. Eddie Clearwater into the ball game. He's a 6-foot junior.
He replaced Miller.
And Zach Burks is in there, a 5'8 junior, giving Trey Smith a break. Here's the free throw for Holkenbrink. It's good, so he has 4 in the ball game, and it's 15-13. Another lead change. The 4th already here in the first quarter.
11:30 game, we're seeing an awful lot of points.
Keegan Martin handling out top. Leaves it on the wing with Clearwater. He tries to go inside to Noren. Noren makes the catch in a crowd. Gets it out in the corner to Keegan Miller. And they drive it inside to Dylan Turner, who sticks it up and in. But Turner has 5, and we're tied at 15. Handling out on the side. Into the ball game is Tyson Jones for the North Clay Cardinals. He hands it off to Bible, who takes it on the left wing. Bible drives inside and sticks it up and in.
17-15 ball game. We still got 2 minutes left in the first quarter. These guys aren't as sleepy as me when they get going in the daytime.
Keegan Martin tries to drive the baseline. He got fouled as he worked inside. Good move as he will go to the line for a couple.
3rd foul on the Cardinals. They already had it up on the board. They're quick. Nick Miller's first foul. Remember, this is one of those games where we have a Nick Miller for each team.
So that free throw is up and good for Keegan Martin. He has his first point of the morning, which will soon be afternoon. Here's the next free throw. That one's good as well. So Martin has 2. Makes it 17-17 with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
First quarter, and 5 different kids have scored for each team.
Yeah.
That's a lot of variety there.
Turner's trying to score again. Jump stop. Jumper is good. Caden Turner is in double figures already. He has 10 of the Louisville North Clay, 19 points. Noren handling out top. Thought his teammate was going to cut back door. The ball sails out of bounds, and it'll go to the Cardinals. 3rd turnover for the Bobcats.
Matt, you can double check. Well, I'll double check since I've got the book. I don't think Caden Turner scored Thursday night. He's got 10 points in the first quarter. You talk about your comeback.
I agree. I don't remember him scoring that night. Meanwhile, Louisville North Clay is scoring as they push the ball up court to Bryce Holkenbrink. He drives that left baseline and gets the little shot to fall. And North Clay's up by 4, matching their largest lead. And now they get a steal at the timeline. That's Miller again. He drives for the layup. And Nick Miller sticks it up and in. So he has 4, and that's the 4th turnover for the Bobcats. Here's a 3 launch from the top of the key. That's Eddie Clearwater. He buries it for the HBC.
He put one up last night and got it.
23-20 with a minute to play in the first quarter. Nick Miller handling out on the perimeter. Leaves it with Turner. Turner into the lane. Draws the crowd. Out to Bible. Bible loads up for a 3. It's way short. Rebound is tipped, saved inbound by Turner, but it goes to Keegan Martin, who tried to hit a teammate with an outlet pass, and nobody was there but Cardinals. They get the steal on the 5th turnover for the Bobcats. 35 seconds to play in the first quarter, and Coach Zink says hold for nothing but a layup here.
I'm sure you heard that at home.
Turner fakes the 3, They get it to Holkenbrink. Now there's the cutter, Bible, in a crowd. Got it out of trouble to Miller. He fumbled it, but Nick is able to get the dribble going. Mark Bain thought it might have been a double dribble.
I think probably more than Mark thought so.
Yeah, maybe. 12 seconds now on the clock as Holkenbrink is holding. Gets it to Bible, top of the key. Swings it over to Turner. Turner fired up a three, and he hit it. Wow. Now here's a three-quarter court shot at the buzzer from Noren. It's no good. And after 1 quarter of action, it's 26-20 here in this 7th place game of the National Trail Conference Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Keep up. Double checking our numbers
and
here.
I got my Nick Millers confused on the ledgers on each side, so I'll try to double check these numbers as we go, but it's 26-20. We know that much.
We're sure about that because that's up on the board.
Starting the second quarter of action, it's Bobcat ball. They get it underneath, but they try to pass it out top, and it's stolen away. Driving for the layup is Nick Miller of the Cardinals. His shot no good. Rebound scrap for on the floor. It's last touched by Holkenbrink out of bounds to the Bobcats.
The turnovers by the Bobcats are what's killing them. They've scored 20 points in the first quarter. Think how many more they'd had if they hadn't turned the ball over 5 times.
Bobcats will handle it across the timeline. Keegan Martin is being hassled by Jones. He's bumped, but he got it safely off to Nick Miller, who's guarded by Nick Miller. Nick Miller's shot from the Bobcats is too strong, and the rebound is pulled down by Alan Reinhardt. He gets it ahead to Tyson Jones. He and Jones play catch. Jones with it now on the right wing. Skip pass across to Nick Miller. He drives for the layup. He got it as he's fouled. Nick Miller has his 4th point of the ball game, and he'll go to the line to try to get his 5th. Going to have a timeout taken here. 7:18 to play in the second quarter. It's the North Clay Cardinals 28, the Bobcats of Cowden, Herrick, Beecher City 20. NTC Tournament action on 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
So Nick Miller will head to the free throw line, trying to convert the old-fashioned three-point play for Louisville North Clay. 7:18 to play in the second quarter, 28-20 the score. Miller's first free throw is up, and his only free throw is up and good. So he has 5, and we have a substitution as Miller will have a seat and Reese Blank returns.
Yep, Nick Miller's got all 5 of those points in the second quarter. So he's helped the Cardinals extend this lead. And for that, he got sat down.
He's been working hard out there. Probably will make a quick return. Meanwhile, Keegan Martin bringing it up court, sees a double team coming, tries to spin out of it.
Turnover.
But Jones gets the steal, tried to leave it with a teammate up court. Nobody can handle the pass. Oh, now the officials is going to get some help, as they said it was going to belong to the Bobcats, but it was tipped. And they do get it correct. It'll be Louisville North Clay's ball.
3 fellows on the crew, and they got together and got it right.
I was informed Dighton Curl, a 5'8 junior, checks in.
It's Dighton?
Dighton.
Long I.
Dighton.
Cool.
So inbounds goes to Tyson Jones, who brings it out to the top of the key, now to the center circle, now over to the right wing. Now he brings it back to the center circle, and then he leaves it with Quincy Aldridge. Aldridge on the perimeter, goes to Blank. Blank on the right wing, drives to the free throw line, nothing doing. Leaves it right side with Jones. He'll go into the lane. Draws a crowd, leaves it with Holkenbrink. Shot no good because he was fouled on the play and actually going down hard with Pearl after he committed the personal.
He looks like he's okay. My goodness, he went down hard. So the first foul on him, and that's enough to put the Cardinals in the bonus.
Pearl is going to have a seat. That might be a good idea just to check on him a little bit as Zach Burks returns to the contest. Meanwhile, Holkenbrink at the free throw line puts the shot up. Oh, it's around and no good. They'll have another chance to try to extend the Cardinals' lead. They're up 9. Would like to get it to double digits here with 6:45 to play in the first half. Meanwhile, this free throw is good. He goes 1 of 2 at the line, and that'll allow Caden Turner to check in. So Holkenbrink heads to the bench with his 7 points, and Turner returns with his 13.
A lot of points to go around.
Bringing it up court for the Bobcats. They get it into the hands of Noren at the high post on the left side. Spins off his defender, drives in, puts up a layup. Oh, it wouldn't go. But Nick Miller grabs the rebound for the Bobcats, and Nick turns and sticks it up and in. Well, he has 4 in the ball game, making it 30-22 with 6:20 to play in the second quarter. Handling it out on the perimeter is Quincy Aldridge for the Cardinals. They go to Reese Blank. Blank left open for 3, fires and hit. They almost dared him to shoot it. He obliged and hit it. 11-point advantage now for the Cardinals. 6 minutes to play in the half. They bounce it down in the corner. Somehow Dylan Turner escapes with the ball. Drives for a layup, a little too strong. Rebound tipped and taken down by Tyson Jones. Jones brings it across the timeline for the Cardinals. Looks in the corner. There's Reinhardt for a corner 3. He buries it. Alan Reinhardt has 5 points, makes it 36-22, and all of a sudden, North Clay has exploded to a 14-point advantage.
2 points for CHBC in this second quarter.
Miller in the lane, tries to shuffle a pass off to Noren. It's knocked away, and Jones comes out of there with it again for the Cardinals.
I've got him for 8 turnovers.
Wow.
And I think that's maybe light.
North Clay handling on the perimeter. Blank has it, skips it over to Turner. Turner on the left side, moves into the lane, kicks it back out to Blank. Blank drives on the defender, now gets it in the corner to Aldridge for 3. His shot no good. Rebound Noren, and as Noren pulled it down, he was hit as Blank tried to knock it out of there.
So Reese Blank called for his first. That's 4 on North Clay. Altamont and St. Elmo Brownstown coming up next. And we've got Neoga and Windsor's 2 straws for 3rd place. St. Anthony and Dietrich tonight for the championship. So lots of basketball for you today.
Speaking of lots of basketball, lots of changes as well. Bobcats bring in Eddie Clearwater, and they bring in Chad Kirchhoffer. So they're both into the ball game with Zach Burks, who's bringing it up court, who left it with Alec Edwards just into the ball game. He couldn't handle the pass initially, but scrambled to get it back for CHBC. They're all out there with Dylan Webster. He tries to come get it from Kirchhoffer, but Aldridge gets in the way and forces a jump ball. And wouldn't you know, the possession arrow favors the Cardinals.
I've got that for 9 Bobcats turnovers. And when you think they've only scored 2 points, they only had 4 shots in the quarter. You don't have the ball, hard to get a shot away, right?
The North Clay working against the man-to-man. Sends it to Bible, who just checked it back into the ball game. Ethan puts it on the floor, gets it out top to Blank. Blank from the center circle. Leaves it with Bible again out top. Bible works on the left wing now. Drives, spins, comes to the free throw line where he turns and leaves it with Turner, who drives into the lane, throws up a little bit of a wild shot. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Eddie Clearwater. He clears it to Zach Burks, who drives to the free throw line. Gets cut off, leaves it with Kirchhoffer, back to Burks. Now Burks steps around a Kirchhoffer screen, loads up along 2, no good. Rebound Tyson Jones. Outlet to Caden Turner. Dives into the lane, bumps before the shot, they say. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for the Cardinals.
1-4. That foul called on Zach Burks. His first.
So Bryce Holkenbrink will check back in, replacing Reese Blank. Also, Tyson Jones heads to the bench. And Nick Miller returns for the Cardinals.
Like Edwards sneaked over, got him a drink of water there before they got this first foul shot away.
This free throw is up. It's off the mark. No good. Clearwater secures the rebound for the Bobcats. Leaves it with Dylan Webster, who brings it to the timeline. Now is met by Quincy Aldridge. Webster goes right side to the baseline where he's bumped, and a foul's whistled, and this is going to be Aldridge again.
So a foul. Aldridge picks up his second. That's still just 5 though on the Cardinals. Common foul.
Substitutions each way, a bunch of them for the Bobcats.
Aldridge went out with that second foul.
Yeah, that's true for the Cardinals. We'll set the floor here as they get the ball inbounded. Noren just checked back in. He's trying to trigger it in. Lobs it out to Keegan Martin, who's also back. Martin puts it on the floor, gets a screen from Kirchhoffer, spins, lost the handle, but tracked it down in the corner. Got it out to Kirchhoffer, who looks inside. Trying to get a shot away was Trey Smith. He did. As he fouled, it wouldn't go, but Trey Smith will earn a couple of free throw opportunities.
Yeah, Miller got the foul. That's 3 on him. Excuse me, that's 2 on him. And I have to keep track of my Millers here. That's still just 6, but that was a shooting foul.
Trey Smith's free throw is up, and that's good. So Eddie Clearwater comes back into the ball game to replace Chad Kirchhoffer. Meanwhile, with his 2 fouls, Nick Miller sits down for the Cardinals. Didn't see who came in. We'll try to catch that. Meanwhile, the free throw is up and good for Smith. He hit them both. He has 2. 36-24, 3:42 to play in the second quarter. Bible playing catch out there with Blank. Blank with a nice move, gets into the lane. Shot was no good, got his own rebound, gets fouled, puts it up and in. He'll go to the line for an old-fashioned 3-point play. Meanwhile, Marshall Noren is still down on the court, and he is taking some time to get up.
He got the wind knocked out of him. Now he's up.
He's holding his stomach. Well, I think that's a pretty good guess. There was a lot of contact going on down there.
That's good second effort by Reese Blank to stay with it and got the board and got the foot back and drew the foul.
So they will take Noren out of the ball game.
Nice.
Trying to see who it is that came in. Meanwhile, Blank hits the free throw. He has his 6th point of the ball game. Keegan Martin bringing it up court. Louisville North Clay leading by 15. They send it out to Clearwater. He lobs it inside to Smith, who's trying to work for a shot. They cut him off this time. That's who's back into the ball game. It's Dylan Turner, who took the pass out on the wing, drives to the free throw line, leaves it with Clearwater top of the key. Clearwater hands it off to Webster. Nice drive to the basket. Can't finish. Got his own rebound in a crowd, and there's a foul whistled. We've got a technical foul after the foul was called. So we'll sort this out. I think the technical is going to go against the Bobcats. The initial foul was against North Clay. So with 3:06 to play in the second quarter, Mark Baines upset about the technical.
So Webster got the technical. He's the one that got clobbered underneath. And then 25 for the Cardinals. Kyle McNelly got called for the foul. And by the way, just for that information, that's 1-1 for both teams now. Double bonus actually now for CHBC, since that technical counts as a personal foul, and that's 3 fouls on Dylan Webster. Mm-hmm. So besides it being a technical, now he's going to get to shoot the foul shots from McNelly's foul.
He hit the first one, so he has 3 in the ball game. Puts this one up. It rattled home as well, so give him 4. Now we'll shoot the technical free throws on this end, and they are going to send McNelly to the free throw line to shoot the technical. Free throw is up. McNelly hits it.
Good form. I'd send him up there too.
Well, he has his first point of the ball game as the 5'10 senior. Puts the next one up. It's off the heel of the rim, no good. So it's 40-26 after the dust settles, and now Dylan Webster will check out with those 3 fouls, because like you say, the technical foul counts as a personal as well. And Marshall Noren returns for the Bobcats, which is good to see him back on the court after suffering that little injury, which we guessing might just been the wind knocked out of him. Meanwhile, North Clay trying to work it on the perimeter. Ball knocked loose, and it's taken away as the Bobcats try to push it up court. Finally tracking down the pass in the corner for the Bobcats is Trey Smith. And Smith buries the corner three. And with 2:48 to play in the second quarter, lead cut to 11. Josh Zink wants to call a timeout for the Cardinals. So we'll be back in 30 seconds to the NTC Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Ball game. It's cut down to 4. Josh Zink just wanted to settle things down, I think, for his club.
And it seems that if they can hang on to the basketball, the Bobcats can score a lot of points. Saw that in the first quarter. They haven't been able to do this quarter.
Luke Fleener into the ball game for the Cardinals. They set him up for a wing three, and he buries it. So Luke Fleener into the scoring column, and that's a bunch of Cardinals who've scored already in this ball game with 2:29 to play in the first half.
Nine different kids have scored for North Clay.
Smith handling out on the perimeter. Stops, pops. Free throw line jumper. Rattles out. No good, but he got his own rebound. Dishes it off to Noren, who cuts in. His layup is no good. Rebound McNelly. They're going all over the floor, but McNelly got it off to Fleener. Fleener ahead to Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink backs away from the defense. Gets it back out top to Fleener. 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. Over to Blank. Bobcats are really extending their pressure man-to-man. Skip pass across to Turner. Turner drives, puts a shot up. No good, but he's bumped. And Caden Turner heads to the free throw line on another Bobcat personal.
3-0, that'd be Noren, his first that I have him, and they're already way over the limit.
He was shooting, but it'd be 2 shots no matter what.
It's going to get to 3 here in a minute. There have been a lot of fouls.
Free throw on the way for Turner is good. Caden has 14 in the ball game. Makes it 44-29. Takes a few dribbles, puts this shot up. Gets it to go as well. Give him 15 now. And Reese Blank is going to sit down. Replacing him is Tyson Jones.
I wasn't dreaming.
No.
Caden Turner did not score in the Altamont game. He got 15 in the first half here.
Grabbed a bunch of rebounds, maybe 6 or 7 in that contest, but yeah, no points. Clearwater holding it at the high post for the Bobcats. Leaves it on the side to Martin. Back to Clearwater for 3. Shot no good. Rebound ripped out of there by Holkenbrink. To Fleener. Fleener gets it across the timeline with a pass ahead to McNelly. Back out top to Fleener. Fleener looks over for Holkenbrink. Finds McNelly cutting in the lane. Turns, puts up the little 6-footer. It's no good. Rebound Noren. Noren secures it. Gets it across the timeline. Tried to go to a teammate. Pass was tipped and it's taken away by Jones. Holkenbrink got a hand on the pass. Jones ended up with it on the 5th Bobcat turnover. And then a foul by Noren trying to get it back.
Not a good combination there. Noren's second foul.
So now, 2 more free throws for the Cardinals with 1:18 to play in the second quarter.
And they're going to try to get Noren out of there with that second foul, so Zach Burks is ready to check in. Here comes Reinhardt back for North Clay. Miller, the CHBC Nick Miller, coming back in.
Free throw, meanwhile, up and no good for Jones. So Clearwater and Noren have a seat for the Bobcats with their subs. Reinhardt checks in for Caden Turner with 1:18 to play in the half.
Turner's probably just tired from all that scoring.
He'd have every right to be.
Man.
Now they're directing traffic. Make sure North Clay gets someone in the lane to rebound, and McNelly obliges. So now Jones will take a few dribbles, puts the shot on the way. It's off the heel of the rim, no good. Nick Miller grabs the rebound. Ooh. He landed on a teammate, Trey Smith's foot, but apparently he's no worse for wear. I was worried about a rolled ankle right there. Nick Miller holds at the top of the key. Hands it back off to a teammate, Zach Burks. Burks looking for help, bounces it across the way to Trey Smith. Smith at the top of the key, gets a screen from Miller. That's a serious situation. He gets it to Martin. Keegan Martin rifles a pass underneath the Miller, and Miller, before he could get a shot away, is bumped. and he'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
I'm guessing Reinhardt, but I'm wrong. Fouls on Luke Fleener, his first. Guys, talking about we're talking about the points that Caden Turner has in the first half, but Lewis Brown's probably looking for a dispute. He got 18 in the second quarter last night for St. Elmo Brownstown.
I saw that. That was ridiculous.
It was something to see.
I would say he can do that, but still, you don't usually see someone do quite that.
My goodness, no.
Miller's first free throw was good. His second one popped out, and North Clay grabbed the rebound. I believe it was Holkenbrink.
It was him.
They bring it up court, and Reinhardt has it now. Top of the key to Holkenbrink, who gets a screen from McNelly. Holkenbrink drives inside, says Nick Miller's really big. He kicks it back out to the top of the key to Reinhardt.
And we get to keep the possession.
Holkenbrink drives into the lane again, leaves it with McNelly, who's open for two, and Kyle McNelly connects. He has 3 in the ball game, and it's a 17-point edge for the Cardinals. Pushing it up court are the Bobcats. They look underneath to Smith. Smith with a shot fake. Got Jones up in the air, who lands on top of him, and Trace will head to the free throw line for a couple as he was landed on while trying to get that shot away.
Well, we were going to be without a Trace for a minute there.
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
It's too early in the Saturday broadcast for that, isn't it?
Never a bad time to be funny.
Free throw up and good for Smith.
First foul, by the by, on Tyson Jones, and he'll depart now.
Smith was 6. Takes a dribble or two. Puts this one up. It's around and out, no good. Rebound, Miller turns, puts it up, and no, it came out. How did that come out? Miller tries to save this rebound and bounce, but he saves it to the Cardinals, and McNelly got it. He gets it to Bible with 7 seconds on the clock. Drives baseline, puts up a jumper short. Holkenbrink a rebound, put back no good. But Bryce Holkenbrink goes to the line with 3.6 seconds to play in the second quarter. Holkenbrink will try to expand on the 16-point Cardinal lead.
And yet another foul on the Bobcats. Nick Miller picks up his third.
Free throw up. Off the hill, the rim, bounced straight up in the air and then dropped through. So Holkenbrink with 8 makes it 48-31 with 3.6 seconds left. And Josh Zink says, no fouls, boys. Free throw up. That one's nothing but net. Holkenbrink with 9. Full court pressure applied. They get the inbounds to Burks, who lobs it to Miller at the half line. He turns and chucks it. That's a little too strong as it ends up on the stage, and the first half comes to a close.
On the stage over the backboard. That's quite a heave.
After 1 half of action, North Clay just took their largest lead of the ball game with those 2 free throws. They're up 49-31 as the teams head into the locker room of the 7th place game. The first of our triple header in this afternoon session. It's North Clay 49, CHBC 31, NTC action on 97.9 XFM.
Special Pet Foods, where your special pet's palate is our priority. All the best brands with none of the hassle, located at Rickelman Plaza in Effingham.
Let our experienced employees at Ride Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Ride's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports.
Whether it's for a comprehensive eye exam or to check out the latest and greatest in Oakley, Maui Gem, or Ray-Ban Optomics, visit Dr. Tony or Chris Weber at Weber Optics, located in both Effingham and now open their second location in Altamont and the Opilka Wellness Center. Weber Optics, where good vision is always in fashion.
We're with you everywhere you go.
Everywhere. The app has me connected all the time.
Get our app at the App Store or Google Play. 97.9 XFM.
2 for 3 from the field, and 5 for 6 from the line. So he's sitting on 9 points with 3 rebounds and a foul. Caden Turner, 6 for 9 from the field and 2 for 3 from the line. So he has 15 points and 2 rebounds. Reese Blank, 2 for 5 from the field and 1 for 1 from the line. So he has 6 points with a foul and 2 boards. Tyson Jones missed a foul shot but grabbed a rebound, picked up a foul. Nick Miller of North Clay, 2 for 3 from the field, 1 for 1 from the line for his 5 points with 2 fouls. Luke Fleener hit a 3 for his 3 points. He has a foul. Kyle McNelly, 1 for 2 from the field. I'm almost done. 1 for 2 from the line for 3 points with a foul and 2 rebounds. And Ethan Bible, 1 for 2 for his 2 points. My mercy. That's a whole lot of scoring, gang.
And get ready for some more as driving down the lane and putting the bucket up and in is Dylan Webster to get the scoring started in the second half of action, and it's 49-33. Meanwhile, back at you, Reese Blank fires up a right wing 3 off of one pass. It's short, and the rebound's grabbed by Nick Miller. They push it ahead to Dylan Turner into the lane. Now to Nick Miller from CHBC. His 15-footer no good. Rebound, though, Dylan Turner, who turns and hands it to Miller, and Miller sticks that one up and in as he drove to the hoop, and there's a couple of quick buckets there for the Bobcats, who have pulled themselves back within 14. Now a turnover. Players miscommunication a little bit, or was the pass tipped? It was tipped. Okay.
I believe that
that was right behind the backboard.
Keegan Martin ended up getting it knocked away.
So it will remain with Louisville North Clay as Aldridge has it out top. Gets it to Caden Turner on the wing. There's the cutter Blank. He goes inside. Shot off the glass is good as Blank hits the deck, but he'll give up that for the 2 points.
Ran into Nick Miller and still made the shot.
Blank with 8 makes it 51-35, a minute into the third quarter, and the scoring hasn't slowed down any from the first half. Bobcats swinging it around the perimeter. There's Martin with it. He drives baseline, leans in. Shot is up and good. What a nice baseline move for Keegan Martin.
They've come out, hit 3 of their first 4, and I think Josh Zink noticed that.
He did. 6:45 to play in the third quarter. 51-37 the score. 51-37. Louisville North Clay leading CHBC Bobcats. You're listening to it on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today. Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson.
They still have the lead, 51-37, and they have the ball working the offense, but the Bobcats have chipped into it a little bit here. Man-to-man defense from the Bobcats. Blank has it now at the top of the key. Leaves it with Reinhardt. Reinhardt looks for the cutter. Nothing doing. So over to Aldridge. They're just running a flex offense with lots of cutters, lots of movement, lots of picking. And now Aldridge has picked up his dribble, needs help, but got it to Holkenbrink right side. Holkenbrink over to Turner on the left wing. There's Reinhardt, popped free underneath, put up a shot. It was blocked by Nick Miller, who grabs it up high and keeps it up high until he got the outlet to Dylan Webster.
Yeah, Reinhardt had run down there and got open down underneath, and Miller got the block and got the rebound.
Miller's going to drive for a layup, and he gets it from the left side. What a move as he was fouled. The big man showing he can handle the ball just a little bit here.
The foul first, Caden Turner. He picks up his first. I can't imagine it's only his first foul. But in this game, remember how Miller impressed us, though, in the shootout over at St. Anthony?
And he's now in double figures here with 10 points. And keep in mind, he's playing with 3 fouls out there now.
And he has 5 points, and we've played 2 minutes and 10 seconds in this quarter.
And it's down to an 11-point game. It was 18 at the half. So here's Turner trying to answer. Drives baseline. Little runner is good for Caden Turner. He has 17 now in the ball game as he just puts the little floater in from the right side. 53-40 with 5:30 to play in the third quarter. Miller's open top of the key, loads up a three. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Keegan Martin. Players at his feet, but he turns and sticks it up and in. Keegan Martin has 6, and it's 53-42.
I suppose I'm beating a dead horse here, but notice what the Bobcats can do when they hang on to the basketball.
Aldridge on the right side, drives in, cut off by Martin, who slid over to help. Bobcats playing the man-to-man defense as the Cardinals work it around the perimeter. Martin hands it to Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink spins on the baseline. Pass is tipped. It's now batted out of bounds. Last touch by Webster. The good hustle again by the Bobcats, and they've shown lots of fight in this ball game. They were down 18 at half. Now they've cut it to 9. 3 minutes to play. 11. Do the math right. It's still good work.
It is.
4:50 to play in the third quarter. Not by me. Interior pass for Holkenbrink. It's off his fingertips, and it's taken away by Noren. Noren's bringing it up the left side. He sweeps in. Shot off the glass a little strong. Rebound Blank. Blank secures the board with 4.5 to play in the third quarter as he brings it across the timeline himself. Now he hands it to Reinhardt over to Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink back to Reinhardt. High post to Turner. Turner had the ball tipped out of his hands as he was trying to hand it to Reinhardt. Good hustle by Dylan Turner to knock it out of bounds.
Josh Zink over there applauding those, saying, "You keep right at it." He is a positive lad.
Too many same names, opposite teams in this game.
I'm for that.
Reinhardt working on Dylan Turner.
I don't think we're going to get any legislation passed about that.
No, probably not. Hayden Turner took a pass at the free throw line, sent it over on the wing to Aldridge, who buries a 3.
Quincy hurt my stats at halftime.
He has 4 points now, makes it 56-42. 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Martin driving baseline, leans in, shots short, but he's bumped on the way, and a couple of free throws coming up.
Alan Reinhardt, Mr. Laddie and I agree. First foul on him, 2 on the Cardinals. So the Bobcats attacking the basket well, passing the ball a lot better, it seems to me, in these first few minutes of the second half.
Free throw on the way is good. Nothing but net for Keegan Martin, who has 7 in the ball game. Nick Miller checks in the ball game for the Cardinals. He replaces Alan Reinhardt.
Good luck with this.
Yeah, it's fun. Free throw on the way is good. So Keegan Martin up to 8 points in the ball game, makes it 56-44. That's a 12-point lead.
Thank you.
For the Cardinals. They get it to Blank, who drives in. Offensive foul called as he hit Noren, and they said Noren was set enough.
That was kind of dangerous because if Noren got called for the block, that's 4 on him. But it worked out well for CHBC. Blank picks up his second foul and a turnover on North Clay, their second of the quarter. That's 3 fouls on them this half.
Trey Smith gets it across the timeline as he's in the ball game for the Bobcats. He hands it off to Dylan Webster, who drives baseline in the corner to Dylan Turner. Turner working on Blank. Somehow got a pass along the baseline to Webster. Out to Keegan Martin, who sweeps into the lane, forces up a tough shot. Good defense there by the Cardinals, and Nick Miller comes out of it with the rebound. He's the only Miller on the court because CHBC replaced their Nick Miller. Meanwhile, Aldridge has it right wing, got a little out of control. I guess that's because he got bumped. And another foul whistled in this contest.
Dylan Taylor? No, Dylan Webster.
That's big.
That's his 4th foul. First foul on the Bobcats in the half, but it came on the wrong guy for them.
Keegan Martin was going to check out. They said, no. Webster's got to come to the bench. Meanwhile, inbounds goes to Holkenbrink, who finally got a handle on it, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound, they're fighting for it, and a foul's called, and that's sorted out.
It's going to stay on that end of the floor, so it's against the Bobcats. Nope. Now they're saying that's Noren's 3rd foul.
3:12 to play in the third quarter, 56-44 the score. Miller guarding Miller as Miller throws the inbound. Nick tried to get it to Reese Blank. Blank had it slip through his hands. Trey Smith was over there pestering him, and he knocked it out of bounds. So the Cardinals will inbounds from the sideline this time as Nick Miller is being guarded by Nick Miller. Oh, of course.
That looks crazy.
Cardinals fire the ball inside to Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink struggles through a double team. Somehow got a hold of it. Got it out to Nick Miller, who drives for a 10-footer. Shot off the rim, no good. Trey Smith a rebound for the Bobcats. He trots it across the timeline, leaves it high post to Nick Miller for CHBC. He puts it on the floor, now has picked up his dribble, needs help, got it to Keegan Martin. Martin drives into the lane, draws a crowd, needs help, passes tipped, and it's taken away. Cardinals on the run as Aldridge pushes it up the left side. Leans in, shot is swatted out of there by Keegan Martin, who got back defensively. It's out of bounds to the Cardinals after the first turnover for the Bobcats, and that's significant.
Absolutely. After 10 in the first half, I think Aldridge thought he had a layup. Instead, the ball was coming back at his face. That was some block by Martin.
Keegan Martin heads to the bench now as the inbounds goes to Reese Blank. 2:30 to play in the third quarter as Blank is holding it out top, leaves it with Miller, back out to Blank. Blank from the top of the key trying to get it into Caden Turner. Pass was kicked by Noren off the head of Burks.
He says, thanks, I'm on your side.
But the kick ball deadens the play.
Burks?
But Burks said it wasn't deadened to me.
No.
But now Burks gets a steal. He fires it ahead to Noren. And this layup is no good. It rolled off. Rebound Nick Miller of Louisville North Clay. That's the third Cardinal turnover. They get it ahead to Turner. Turner plows into Noren, and that's a foul on Caden Turner.
His second, 4 on the Cardinals, their fourth turnover. I think my numbers were off. I had them for 4 turnovers in the first half.
Wow.
They got 4 in this quarter now.
Yeah. 2 minutes left to play in that third quarter. It's 56-44. We've been stuck here for a little while on this 12-point margin. Bobcats trying to answer that, and they do. Dylan Turner puts up a runner from the baseline, and he got it to flip in and fall, and it's a 10-point game, 56-46. Minute 45 to play in the third. Out top with it is Aldridge. They gambled for the pass and missed. Aldridge drives in for a shot, no good. Rebound, though, Holkenbrink under the basket. He'll stick it up and in. So North Clay stalls a little bit of a scoring drought for they've had this quarter.
Yeah, they needed a putback there because that gets the lead comfortably into double digits. We'll see what Bobcats can do here.
Burks handling, had it poked away. It went into backcourt. He went back and got it. Now he hands it high post to Nick Miller, who's backing in. Turns, shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, Holkenbrink on the floor, grabbed it, and he was on the floor because he got shoved there by Nick Miller.
And he picks up his fourth foul. Nick Miller of CHBC. Their third foul, second turnover.
That's especially frustrating for Mark Bain because he already had Eddie Clearwater at the scorer's table ready to come in for Miller, and then he picked up his fourth foul. Meanwhile, the Cardinals work the offense. Oh, pretty drive to the basket by Quincy Aldridge. It opened up, and he laid it up and in.
I kept on waiting for somebody to slide over, and boy, he had an unimpeded path to the basket.
60-46 with 48 seconds to play in the third quarter. Clearwater holding on the wing, looks for the cutter. That's Noren. Flipped up a shot, no good. Rebound Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink to Miller. Nick drives to the right side. He's fouled as a blocking foul is whistled.
Foul goes against Trey Smith. It's his second, and that's 4 fouls on them in the half. Common foul here.
Keegan Martin returns for CHBC. Having a seat will be Zach Burks. 37.7 seconds to play in the third quarter as Nick Miller triggers the inbounds for the Cardinals to Reese Blank. Blank moves to the free throw line, now leaves it out top with Aldridge to Miller. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Looks like North Clay is going to hold for a good one. Miller drives the baseline, now brings it back out top to Aldridge. Nope, they'll fire up a 3, but I guess it's a pretty good one. He buried it.
Looked like a good offense to me, Matt.
Aldridge has 9 in the ball game, and it's 63-46. A 17-point lead with 12 seconds to play in the third quarter, and now a steal. Nick Miller picks the pocket of Martin, drives for the layup, and he gets it. 4 seconds left to play in the quarter. Noren takes the pass, loads up a three-quarter court shot. He left it well short, and the quarter comes to a close. North Clay ends the third period with a flurry, and they take a 19-point lead into the fourth period of action. You're listening to 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Special Pet Foods, where your special pet's palate is our priority. All the best brands with none of the hassle, located at Rickelman Plaza in Effingham.
Let our experienced employees at Ride Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Ride's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports.
Heaven's sake.
I try to talk fast.
I'm about done. I'll give you some third quarter stats here in a second.
North Clay has the ball. They lead by 19. That's their largest lead of the day as they got it just before the buzzer there in the third quarter. North Clay gets it to Holkenbrink, who goes baseline, and he's bumped on the way.
He put it in just for safe, just in case, but the foul came before the shot. And it's on Keegan Martin. That's his second foul. 5 on the Bobcats this half.
Nick Miller triggers the inbounds for the Cardinals. He gets it out top to Reese Blank. Blank takes it over to Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink's on the right wing. Now brings it to the top of the key. Finds Aldridge. Left side. 3. Left it short. Rebound Nick Miller of CHBC, who's back in the ball game. 4 fouls in all.
8 rebounds for him, by the by.
Miller now holds out on the perimeter after getting the pass from Noren. Leaves it with Webster, who loads up a 3, and he connects. So Dylan Webster has 9, and it's 65-49 with 7:20 to play in the contest. Nick Miller from North Clay gets it across the timeline, over to Blank, to Miller, now across to Turner. Turner sees Blank cutting to the hoop, fires it into him, but Blank doesn't like the look, so he sends it back out. Turner has it again. Now he tries to fire it into Nick Miller. Out to Blank. Blank goes baseline, gets it back to Miller on the left wing, and he'll circle it over to Aldridge. Aldridge holds, gets it to Turner left side. There's the cutter. Ball's tipped around. They can't get it to Holkenbrink. It's taken out of there by Martin, who got it to Noren, who leaves it over with Dylan Turner. And Turner sticks it up and in. He has 9, and with 6:44 to play in the fourth quarter, we've got a timeout taken. It'll be a 30-second timeout as Louisville North Clay leads 65-51. You're listening to NTC Tournament action on 97.9 XFM.
Whether it's for a comprehensive eye exam or to check out the latest and greatest in Oakley, Maui Gem, or Ray-Ban Ophthalmics, visit Dr. Tony or Chris Weber at Weber Optics, located in both Effingham and now open their second location in Altamont and the Opilka Wellness Center. Weber Optics, where good vision is always in fashion.
We're with you everywhere you go.
Everywhere. The app has me connected all the time.
Get our app at the App Store or Google Play. 97.9 XFM.
4 to play in the fourth quarter. 65-51 the score. North Clay has the 14-point lead. It's been as many as 19. Bobcats have cut into it, but they just can't seem to get over that hump.
Bobcats have scored 5-0 out of the gate here to start the fourth quarter, and I'm sure that's why Josh wanted to talk.
Ball inbound or taken inside by Reese Blank to Holkenbrink to Aldridge. Aldridge got it over to Miller. Nick Miller fakes the 3, now goes to Aldridge again, right side. Back out to Miller. Miller circling the perimeter, has it at the top of the key. Now has picked up his dribble, got it to Blank. Dangerous pass, but it made it there. To Holkenbrink to Miller. Miller on the right side, down towards the corner. Now gets the top of the key to Turner. Caden Turner going to work against Miller. Drives in, leans in, shot up, no good. Rebound tipped around, and it's saved by Noren, who throws it towards his end of the court because he had nowhere else to go. And Dylan Webster is there to grab it, but down as he makes a move down on the baseline, he steps out of bounds to give it right back.
And even if they go to New York for the replay, it's out of bounds.
You pointed before the whistle. I saw.
Yeah.
You should have a whistle up here.
Oh, heavens. People would tremble in fear if that happened.
5:50 to play.
Starting with me.
In this seventh place game. North Clay holding it on the perimeter. Now they look inside. Blank posting up inside, going against Miller. Shot no good. Nick Miller grabs the rebound. 5:30 rather to play in the fourth quarter. 65-51 the score. Bobcats trying to get a little closer. There's a backdoor cut. It hits off the hands of Keegan Martin, who couldn't handle the pass, hit the backboard, and then Nick Miller grabbed it and stuck it up and in.
I don't think they drew that one up.
But they're within 12.
And they were down 19 when the quarter started.
7-0 run. I can do that math.
And North Clay's yet to score in the quarter, Matt.
Yep. Turner working on Miller again. Drives in. Shot's a little strong. Rebound Noren. Outlet ahead to Dylan Webster on the left side. Into the lane, and a blocking foul called as Aldridge was trying to get there for a charge, but Webster was definitely flying up the court, and Aldridge just couldn't get it done.
Quincy's third foul. That's 5 on North Clay, so out of bounds here.
So 3 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. 65-53 the score. Blank and Turner sit down. Returning for the Cardinals is number 2, Tyson Jones. I think Reinhardt came back in that exchange. Meanwhile, the inbounds to Nick Miller in the lane, kicks it out of the lane, goes to Martin for 3, and he buries it.
Now look at the scoreboard.
Keegan Martin with 11, and it's a 9-point ball game, 65-56.
4 for 4 for CHBC out of the gate to start this fourth quarter.
This is the closest the Bobcats have been since the second quarter of action. Reinhardt holding on the perimeter. Now tries to drive in against Noren. Doesn't like it. Backs back out. He sends it over on the side to Nick Miller. Nick Miller from the top of the key. Leaves it with Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink backs out. Now to Jones left side. Tyson, a couple of dribbles into the lane, sweeps in, shot's no good because he's fouled, and heading to the free throw line will be the Louisville Cardinals and Tyson Jones.
Fouls on Marshall Noren. There's that fourth foul I tried to give him earlier. 6 fouls in the half on the Bobcats.
Tyson Jones' free throw is up and good. I think he was the only Cardinal to have played and not scored in this ball game, and he just remedied that.
Thank you, Tyson. You don't like those blemishes on the scorebook.
Makes it 66-56, and this free throw's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound out to Dylan Webster. 10-point ball game. Webster drives up court. Layup good. Dylan Webster with 11 makes it 66-58. It's down to an 8-point contest.
5 for 5 for the Bobcats this quarter. They had 3 threes go down and 2 threes and 3 twos.
Aldridge skip pass to Nick Miller, guarded by Nick Miller from Cowden, Herrick, Beecher City. Miller works in, shot off the glass is good.
Stayed with it, didn't he?
Nick Miller with his 9th point of the ball game pushes the lead back to 10, 68-58.
Cardinals' first basket in the quarter, that helped.
Keegan Martin catches a pass in the corner, gets it back to Noren, the cutter, who drives in. Layup is good.
That's give and go. They still haven't missed a shot, man.
Wow. 68-60 the score. Aldridge drives in, left side, layup good for Quincy. He's in double figures with 11, and all of a sudden we're scoring again.
This is like the first quarter.
Keegan Martin gets it across the timeline, sets the play where he leaves it with Norton. Marshall Noren, guarded closely, got it off to Miller. Now to Keegan Martin, who drives in for a layup. Shot was blocked by Holkenbrink, but I think the foul was underneath. We'll double check. Nope, they say it's Holkenbrink.
Yeah, I thought it might go the other kid. Bryce Holkenbrink called for the block. There was a lot of contact. His second. That's 6. Each team sitting on 6 fouls, Matt.
70-60 the score with 3:08 to play in the fourth quarter. Martin's free throw is up and good. Keegan with 12 in the ball game, but how many games do you have where you've got 70 and 60 on the scoreboard in high school basketball anymore?
Yeah, at the end.
And there's still 3 minutes left. This free throw's up and good for Keegan Martin. He has 13, and it's 70-62, an 8-point deficit for the Bobcats as the Cardinals bring it up court.
Josh Zink is saying, chill your Jets, gang. We're ahead.
They get it over to Jones. Jones looks for the cutter. Nothing doing inside, so he finds Reinhardt, top of the key. Reinhardt to Quincy. Aldridge. Aldridge to Jones, or to Nick Miller, rather, out top. Miller fakes the shot. Now gets it over to Holkenbrink. Now to Jones.
That's smart for pulling that shot down. Now they've killed a little more time.
Aldridge drives into the lane, hands it off to Nick Miller. Got the shot to go as he's fouled by Nick Miller. And that'll be all for CHBC's Nick Miller, and that could be a big part of this ball game as well.
So instead of them throwing up a 3 with maybe you're going to get some points, you took it in, you got the bucket, you got the and 1 coming, and you fouled out the Vegas kid that's been grabbing all the rebounds in the second half. So that's a big play.
Free throw up and good for Miller. So it's 73-62 with 2.5 minutes to play. North Clay with the lead. Martin left open for a deep 3. Shots off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound off of Holkenbrink. That ball came off so sharp. after it hit the rim that nobody could really get a handle on it.
And that's the first shot the Bobcats have missed in the fourth quarter from the line or the field.
Inbounds, goes out top, driving in the lane as Martin leaves it baseline with Dylan Turner in a crowd. He got it out of trouble, though, with a pass to Noren. Noren hands it off to Martin. He sweeps into the lane, driving in. A foul is whistled.
Looked like a jump, or sure could have been. Now the other Nick Miller has 3 fouls.
The sport coat went flying after that call was made from Josh Zink. He's very disappointed. He thought his kids had played good defense, but it's 2 free throws on the way. Free throw for Keegan Martin is no good. So with 2:13 to play in an 11-point game, they'll try to make it 10.
By the way, plenty of timeouts for both coaches left.
Free throw up, and that one is good. So Martin has 14 in the ball game. They're going to apply a little full court man-to-man now as the inbounds goes to Reinhardt. Reinhardt brings it across the timeline. Picked up by Turner. They leave it with Miller now out top. Miller circles it to Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink looks for the cutter. Nothing doing. Now to Tyson Jones. Out in the corner to Miller. Miller steps away from the three-point arc. Hands it off to a teammate out top. That's Reinhardt. Reinhardt goes to Miller right corner.
You know, you're not up 4, you're up 10. You don't have to score anymore. Take the air out of the ball here. That's a smart call here by the Cardinals.
Bobcats might be thinking about who they want to foul here with a 1-on-1 situation. Holkenbrink sends it to Aldridge. Aldridge looks for the backdoor cutter. Reinhardt couldn't handle the ball. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Marshall Noren, and Noren is bumped as he tries to get it out of the crowd, and so CHBC will have a chance to score with the clock stopped.
This game isn't over. No way. Nick Miller. It'd be weird if we had both Nick Millers foul out.
Well, it's 1 foul away from happening, I guess, isn't it?
That's 4 on North Clay's Nick Miller.
By the way,
teams are in the bonus.
Will you double-check his point total for me?
Nick Miller of North Clay?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Noren puts the first of the 1-on-1 up, and he won't get the bonus as that one's a little strong. Rebound tipped around. Holkenbrink tipped it, and Jones claimed it for North Clay.
I have him for 12.
That's where I'm at as well, sir. So North Clay handling on the perimeter. Aldridge with 1:14 on the clock, guarded closely by Webster, but they're not fouling yet. Now they do come out and foul Reinhardt. That seemed to be like they wanted to try him.
So Dylan Turner picks up his first foul. Excuse me, Dylan.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm right. Dylan Turner's first foul.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Meanwhile, substitution here for the Cardinals as Reese Blank returns for Nick Miller. Alan Reinhardt, though, at the line for a big 1-on-1. He hits the first. He has 6 in the ball game. Makes it 74-63. It's an 11-point game. I always try to do that backwards, apparently.
He had not been to the line before this appearance.
But he goes 2 for 2 there. He has 7 in the ball game. Makes it 75-63, a 12-point edge with 1:05 on the clock. Mark Bain says, we got to go. Hands it to Webster. Webster drives in the lane, puts up a shot. It's no good. Some contact, no call either way. I think a good no call. Meanwhile, Dylan Turner stepped in front of the outlet pass, gets the steal, leaves it with Webster for 3, leaves it short. There's Turner again saving the rebound. Oh, but he threw it too tall for his teammate. Good try, but it went instead to Louisville North Clay. They got to get it across the timeline, but before a timeout was given, a foul was called against the Bobcats.
That might suffice for the timeout. Stop the clock and let things get reorganized there.
Yeah, I think he was afraid he was getting close to a 10-second call, so Coach Zink was thinking about the timeout right at the same time that Trey Smith bumped Tyson Jones, and Jones goes to the line for a 1-on-1. 41.3 seconds left, 75-63 the score. Free throw for Jones, around, no good. Rebound, Noren clears it. 35 seconds as he hits Turner on an outlet pass. They go in the corner to Martin for 3. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Holkenbrink. Holkenbrink in backcourt, waits for him to come towards him, then he gets it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt got fouled.
Trey Smith, the designated fouler right now, and he says, hey, the guy landed on me. Pretty frustrating. But it was the right call.
Yeah, I believe so.
Trey Smith's 4th foul.
So it's still a 12-point edge, 75-63, but we're down to 26.7 seconds left. I'll say this. Mark Bain has to be happy with the fight that his team showed in the second half. They really came back and played some better basketball. I'm sure he'd just like to see them string it together for 4 quarters.
That's the thing.
Meanwhile, the free throw rolls around and drops in this time for Reinhardt. He has 8 in the ball game.
And you still have a few weeks before the regionals, so maybe they can get something lined out.
You can make it 9 now for Reinhardt. They're up 77-63. THBC gets it across the timeline. Yeah, pretty sure. Ball tipped out on the perimeter, and it's taken away by Reinhardt. He's driving for the layup, fakes his guy into the air, and he's fouled as Webster went up to try to block the shot. He got a hold of Reinhardt, and that threw him off balance, and he hit the deck hard, but he bounces up, and he apparently is okay.
5 fouls on Dylan Webster. So he checks out with 14 seconds left. Second player for the Bobcats to leave early today.
Derek Duckwitz is how they are pronouncing his name. We've got a Duckwitz for Altamont and a Duckwitz at CHBC. He makes his first appearance of the night. Also, a few other substitutions as Dighton Curl is back in there. Alec Edwards returns. And we'll see if we can catch a couple other players. I think Alec Edwards is down there. Meanwhile, Reinhardt puts the first of 2 free throws up and left it short.
But he got the first 4 down when it was getting near to bleeding time, and he stopped the bleeding.
Free throw for Reinhardt this time is good. That puts him in double figures with 10. Cardinals are just supposed to stay away from him as Dighton Curl gets it across the timeline to Duckwitz. They swing it on the side. That's Dakota McGee who drives into the lane. Ball got tangled up in a jump. Possession arrow keeps it with the Bobcats.
Altamont and St. Elmo Brownstown coming up, then Neoga and Windsor's 2 straws. That's what we got left in the daytime.
You can see them both waiting in the wings through the double doors on the opposite end of the gym. Duckwitz triggers the inbounds in the corner to Curl. Curl gets it into Kirchhoffer. First shot no good. Put back is good at the buzzer. So Chad Kirchhoffer scores at the close of the ball game, and the final score is North Clay Cardinals 78, the CHBC Bobcats 65. You're listening to National Trail Conference Tournament action, and the 83rd Annual NTC Tournament is on 97.9 XFM.